Thank you very much. All right. If you want more, you have to bug Anita. Because you're sitting next to her.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. It's warm.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
I tried to tweak the recipe again. All right. I ground up the oatmeal. Instead of having big oatmeal, I tried little oatmeal. Got to figure out whether that's good. All right, here we go. Thanks, Anita. Anita, can you give us an update on the Rawson Avenue Bridge and Ames Terrace? In case any of you don't know about that.
Well, the neighborhood of Ames Terrace is
Can
thrilled.
you speak?
Neighborhood of Ames Terrace is thrilled with getting a new sidewalk, not just a new sidewalk. It's on the Washington Street side of town, if that makes any sense, side of the road. And it's got a concrete curb, and they just filled the space they created for the 5-foot sidewalk today with gravel and stone dust, preparing for the asphalt. So they're doing a really terrific job. This goes from Washington Street up Ames Terrace around that sort of blind curve and hill, and finishes at the Rawson Avenue intersection, where Rawson Avenue intersects with itself as it goes down to the river. Should be finished in a few days. So that's the good news, and they're doing a terrific job. So we're very excited about adding safety to that section. They were told that the ongoing section down Rawson Avenue towards Mechanic is slated to be done next season. We were very lucky that Dave St. Laurent was able to squeeze it in this fall with the good weather. So that's the good news. With regard to the Rawson Avenue River crossing, that is going in place of the bridge, the road bridge that was there. They took out the road bridge. The whole area over this summer was prepared, lots and lots of riprap put in, and now the area and the abutments are all ready. It looks like all they need to do is sort of take a crane and drop a pre-made bridge in, which is slated to be going in November. When the manufacturer is finished creating it, it's an aluminum bridge. So it's actually pretty nice landscaping heading to the bridge approaches on both sides of the river. So that's the good news for our neighborhood.
For the town, too.
For the town, too.
Yeah. Any questions on that?
No, I'm hearing, well, no questions, but just a comment. From our business, we're hearing a lot of positive comments about it too. People just knowing it's being done. They're glad things are finally getting moving with it. But we just hear, I haven't heard any negative
You
comment.
haven't heard negative?
No, just positive.
There are some negatives out there. The negatives are, why are we spending money on this stuff? Nobody walks anyway.
Yeah.
And what it does for me is it begs the question whether we should do some PR on this or not. In other words, do you put a letter or a guest column to the newspaper and say, hey, if you haven't enjoyed the new Gould sidewalk that goes from Meg Market up to Mountain Street, you should take a look at it. It's great. I took photographs of it. I've got some great pictures of it. But other people are saying, it's too narrow. Why'd we do this? What a waste of town taxes.
How narrow is it?
It's like, how narrow is it? It's about the same as Park Street. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Park Street's not that all that narrow.
You mean Pearl Street?
Park,
Oh.
Park.
Hmm.
Or Pearl. Yeah, Park or Pearl.
Yeah, because they make them wide enough for the town plow, right? The little sidewalk plow.
Not the sidewalks, I'm talking about the street. The drivers are complaining.
Oh, you're saying the drivers are.
Drivers are complaining. Not the walkers. The walkers are doing cartwheels. They're so happy.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I neglected to mention that the replacement bridge, if it wasn't clear already, going in place of the Rawson Avenue Bridge is a pedestrian bridge,
Yeah,
not a road bridge.
right.
So one question, do you know the Mechanic Street part of it, which side it's going to be on?
Mechanic is not on Mechanic.
Not Mechanic.
Rawson.
Washington?
No,
What do you
you
mean?
said that after this next spring.
It'll be Rawson on the riverside.
It'll probably continue on the river side of Rawson Avenue as it approaches
Until it
Mechanic
gets to
Street.
Mechanic. Mechanic's not being
I thought you
touched.
said there was, because there's a little section between where Rawson comes in and whatever, I think it's Oak Street, whatever the next street is, where the sidewalk turns into about 2 foot wide and then it just dribbles out altogether.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's on the other side of Oak.
So
That's another project.
So I thought.
That's a future.
Maybe
So-
I was imagining things.
Yeah.
Well, no, I meant the continuation of the sidewalk to Mechanic Street
Mechanic
from
Street.
Ames Terrace. But one thing I didn't mention is that as they built the curb and the driveway curb cuts and so on down the street, there is a curb cut they're planning to put in a pedestrian crossing painted on the road for the Cobb Hill Road shortcut
Oh,
coming
cool.
in.
Oh, that's.
And there's a
Oh, I
curb
didn't
cut
know
there.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, did you do that, Anita?
No,
did you
that's
remind him
part
he
of the
thought of it?
plan. It's
You'll
part of
take
the
credit
plan.
for it. Nobody else.
You'll take credit
No,
for it?
no,
That
no,
is
that's
so
part of the
cool.
plan. So, yeah.
Yeah. So again, going back a couple meetings where Dave St. Laurent was encouraging us to do sort of outreach to the community to make people aware of what we're doing and to generate support, et cetera. I don't know if we should do this or not do it and sort of brag about these great. And it's not a brag, but it's an encouragement. So the town gets the support and here's the support and the town's people also. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
It would be interesting, I'm kind of thinking out loud, if you did some sort of like a block party where the new sidewalks are.
Oh, perfect. Like around Christmas?
Just whenever, have some sort of, maybe the people who live there would host something, they'd shut down the road, people would hang out on the sidewalk and maybe, but I don't know, make it more like a potluck. I know
Yeah,
my
yeah.
friends down in Somerville, various parts of the town are shut down and everyone, they do a potluck and the city closes the road off and everyone's welcome.
Yeah, you can do we can do that here too. We just ask the select board to close the road. We'd probably do it on one of those branch streets off of Gould. That one where the stop sign is.
I think back to your question, I think sometimes
I like that idea, Lindsay.
that is a very good idea too.
Yeah.
If there's enough people here to have a party now, they're not all gone. But also having people complain about the taxes, what we have, but this is something, this is our tax dollars at work.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing. We're improving the town.
Yeah.
It does cost some money, but nowhere as compared to other parts of our budget. But
Yeah.
at least it shows our tax dollars at work and we're getting something for it. And it may not be in their neighborhood now, but down the road, it may
It's
be in their
coming.
neighborhood to help them.
Do you think the Midcoast Villager would be open to having a column from this group? Just ran, every
I-
once in a while, just sharing updates
I
like
think you
this?
could be a guest columnist, but I've tried, Lindsay, to get people to sign up to write articles in advance, so we'd have them pre-done, and then we could
No, but I
submit
don't think
them.
they have to be pre-done. Like this is, I think it was a great point that you just raised about letting people know about this. And so now you
Yeah,
have an idea.
yeah. Are you signing up? Are you vote? No, you're an editor. You made that clear.
Thanks for volunteering.
You're an editor. No, she says, she's making it really clear. She'll edit.
So I think, Jeff, you made some suggestions, letters to the editors and articles.
I
and you
did.
suggested who
I
could do
did.
it.
I did.
So I would write if and when they complete the section on Mechanic Street, so you really do have a nice
Oh,
walkway
not
that
till next year sometime.
connect it all together. Well, I'm just thinking out loud here. When they do, I would certainly be happy to write like.
The mechanic one?
Editor saying, great, you just added a nice walking loop from downtown up around Mechanic over to Washington Street.
Over on Rawson. Yeah, Mechanic Rawson back to, and then the bridge.
And the bridge and.
To
then
connect to
around
Washington.
Downtown,
Yeah, yeah.
because that will be a nice little loop.
And you can finish on the Riverwalk too. Yeah. So Anita, what do you think?
I'm happy to write
No,
one
I
or
mean, do you
two.
think it's a good idea?
Oh, yeah. I think
You-
we should generate articles in support and to give PR to what has taken place, what the town's done.
Let me just ask, was this sidewalk in conjunction with the sewer?
No,
No,
this
no,
was
it's
totally
not.
that's-
Totally separate.
that's what's really
Gould was
kinda neat.
sewer. And if they do anything on, is it Molyneux?
They were going to do Mullen.
Well, they're doing the sewer on Mullen. I don't know if they're going to enhance it or add shoulders or what, but Gould was sewer related. Ames Terrace was not, and and Rawson will not be sewer related either. Yeah. So Tom, do you think?
Dave St. Laurent had a chance to actually witness the kind of traffic that there is on Ames Terrace and realized. And then he looked up in the files of Public Works of how long it's been that the townspeople have been requesting a sidewalk. And he said it's been since the 90s. So he
Yeah,
kind of,
because it was Ted.
He-
Dan
he realized that, this is long
did a
overdue.
petition to the town in the 90s. Anyway, Tom, do you think it's a good idea to write a letter about the existing Gould and Ames? Maybe two different letters.
Yeah, it's a good.
I mean,
it's a
Wayne?
good- and actually, I know you get stuck doing a lot of stuff, but since you live there, it would make sense for you to write something saying,
Yeah.
hey, this is a big.
No, I get
improvement
that. I'm
for
just
us."
thinking of the bigger picture or something. Whether it's gonna,
Yeah, just the idea that popped into my mind is just what I said. Once you get that little link done.
well, that'll be the next one. I think we can do
Yeah.
both.
Right.
I think we can do both.
Yeah, so you could write one now saying this has really improved my neighborhood, and then next
Yeah.
spring when they do that little.
Maybe we get Wendell Lynn to write one for Gould.
Oh,
Gary, I think you think it's a good idea
I
on
think it's a good
balance,
idea.
on
yeah.
balance.
Just from the tax point of view, something's being done. It's just not all
Right,
going nowhere.
yeah.
So
And
I'm just wondering, do you have to write it? Like, I'm just wondering if you could go to the villager and say,
A
would you
hell of
be
a lot
interested in
easier if we
doing
write it than the villager writes it. I don't know if we can count on them to write it, but maybe, I don't know. It may not, it may not get published. They may just post it to the internet, which is something too, because they don't have as much real estate to work with now. Can say, hey, wouldn't you be interested in doing an article on the sidewalks? I don't know, maybe.
Or just about this committee in general and, as a first, story idea for them, let's celebrate the sidewalks. And then it'd be something that they'd maybe want to feature every few months or so, or not.
Richard, you think on balance, yes on the articles or no? Andrew,
I need it.
What do you think? On balance, Richard, yes or
I
no?
don't know. Is this on Zoom as well?
Yeah.
No comment?
I think you,
I don't spend enough time on the Camden paper to make it
Yeah.
one way or the other.
That's possible too. Maybe I'm making a bigger, overthinking it a little bit. The question, Andrew, was whether we should write an article about the sidewalks that have been constructed.
And Lindsay suggested that ask the villager to
villager
write
to
an
do it.
article about the sidewalks and our committee.
Yeah, and do an update every couple of months.
That would be great.
Well, only because it takes the burden off of anyone in this group having to write the article.
Yeah. Okay.
So do you want to assign that? I mean, I'll write to Lee about Ames Terrace. Like,
Yeah, I think it'd be great, Anita, if you do that. And can you reach out to Wendelin and ask her? I don't know if that's, or maybe Sarah. No, Sarah's got enough to do. A little too far away. Who else we know that lives over there?
okay.
Can you on both of those? I mean, ask, if it doesn't go, I'll write the other one.
Mhm.
Or we can ask the villager or Linda at Penn Bay Pilot. The Cobb Road Connector, moving on. That's the one that they're making the curb cuts for on Ames Terrace. The owner of that property, Paul Vose, the town voted to buy the property for $30K from Paul Vose, and he's changed his mind. He's pursuing his original plan, which was to build a house on that property. He was dissuaded from that because I think the DEP identified two water features, one that border his property that really create at least 25-foot setbacks that he's got to deal with. And so his area that he can build on is tiny, but or it's too small. And he used to think it was too small, which is why he came to the town. But now he's changed his mind.
It's not too small.
He's a builder, and so he knows it's not, or something. I don't know.
Isn't he getting a lot of resistance from Jeremy?
Well,
From the
Jeremy thinks it's too small. I went and confirmed it with him, and he says, I think it's too small, but if Paul wants to try to build something, then he can bring it forward to the planning board, which Jeremy is the town staff on the planning board. So it's sort of in a funny place. The reason I'm mentioning it, one, to update you all, and the second one is, does anybody have any ideas how to encourage Paul to sell the property?
More money.
Or we don't have more money.
Well, it's either too small or it isn't. So
Yeah. I did ask Audra, she said the money won't go away in a year.
What does that mean? He's already paid for it?
No, the 30K,
The money won't go away?
it's not like the town voted to spend 30,000 to buy the property. It's not like it'll go away if he doesn't act in a certain amount of time.
To buy the property for 30,000. Okay.
That's what we voted on and was overwhelmingly supported to buy it. So the only idea, the one idea I came up with, and I don't know if you guys can think of something, was for Audra to, I don't know if she'd do this, say Audra says that, this was voted on, it was approved, it's in this year's budget, and I don't know what's going to happen in the future. which says to Paul, you've got 1 year.
It's possible,
Has-
if he's a builder, it's possible that his recognition of the value of land in general in Camden is driving him to find some way to get his value out of it. So it may be that he wants to try every avenue before he gives up. And that he feels that he can get more than 30 out of it.
If it's buildable.
If it's not buildable.
Right. So he needs to
he's gonna
pursue that
sell it to
avenue.
somebody else to just have the land.
Well, one would think that he would have to get sort of official permission with some kind of plan from the planning board in order to make that value apparent to a buyer.
Do you know how big it is?
I don't.
Well, I'm looking at it in
On the
Access
tax map?
GIS. And it looks like one big vacant lot here, which is 0.632 acres. Plenty long. But
But it's,
I'm almost
It's a-
sure that I actually looked at a house that would be on that lot. Back when I was,
there's no house on the lot.
No,
What
this
the
is a
heck
minimum
was the
lot
house?
size.
Did
for
you
that
say-
maybe it was
subdivision.
the one just to the left. I'm
Could
gonna
you
have to
repeat
drive
the acreage, please?
0.63, but most of that,
0.63.
it's a big lot. Most of it's unusable. You see the creek, I don't know if do they indicate the creek?
Mhm.
So that's the long way.
Right through the middle of it.
Right. It doesn't cross the creek, does it?
Yeah.
It does.
According to this, it does.
And another challenge is that there's another drainage that comes into the creek on that property that is
That's right.
considered
And
a
I don't know if
stream.
it shows on it, but the DEP considers it a stream. The one that runs down on the uphill side of Cobb, whatever that Cobb Street is called, Cobb.
Yeah, I don't know where you
Cobb
put
Way.
a house on that.
And it has to be 25 feet from that, and the DEP's already established it. That was the,
Setback
hmm,
from the property lines in that area in the road, do you know?
from the road,
Yeah,
I think it's 25 combined. So if 15 and 10, or it has to be
but then it has to be 25.
a minimum of 10, I think.
So he's saying,
That's the way from the road. I don't know what the road would be, but I'm not going to go into that part of it. I'm just taking Jeremy at his word that he feels it's,
So this is for the planning board to figure
Yeah.
out, right?
that's right. So I was just wondering if there's anything we can do. The only other thing I'm going to do is, and I don't know if anybody else wanders by the town office. Every time I wander by the town office, I'm walking down the hall where Bill Kelly sometimes sits. Do you know his office? It's behind Audra's. Yeah, Gary, you know where that is?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was just going to pop my head in and say, Bill, can you tell me what the right of way is for pedestrians on Paul Vose's property?
Yeah.
Because I wonder if when they redid the sewer connection culvert thing right next to Paul Vose's property a couple years ago, whether they reestablished it or not. I don't know if that makes sense. Do you see the right of way?
I see the right of way.
And it goes right over the stream, right?
No, it ends at the property line that fronts on on Ames,
Yeah, right. But then it goes all the way through, doesn't it?
not on the map. I mean, the pathway goes through, but it doesn't show as a pathway on the map
It doesn't, does it stop?
at the property line.
Oh. So that's what I want to find out, whether that changed or not. Yeah,
Dinner.
yeah. So if one of you, if one of you wander by, Tom or Gary or Anita, if anybody doesn't send an email around and say, this is what I found out. Just casually asking Bill, I don't know if he would know, but he might. I don't trust until we confirm in writing that this actually exists.
that-
If it does exist, if it's a right-of-way for pedestrians access, we're done.
Is it sewer up there where he's planning to build?
What's that?
Is it sewerage up, sewer, town sewer going through there?
What's that?
Up at that property?
Sewer.
So here's a little.
yes.
pathway going through to
It
English
goes,
Terrace. Goes right by this house here.
I don't know if
Now, the
you,
pathway does
if you know, but
continue across the street.
it's a cul-de-sac there,
Is that right?
Yeah.
and the sewer comes from
Oh,
Ames
it's a
Terrace,
pretty good
Okay.
and it goes right over a culvert over the creek, and then it heads up that
Yeah,
cul-de-sac
'cause it
to
really
take care of that
drops off.
subdivision that was added in there.
Yeah,
And that's the right-of-way
don't
for
remember that,
maintenance,
seeing that,
well,
so I
to
don't
access
have
the
to-
sewer.
yeah.
But
So
I
there
wonder
you
if
see
it's
it
been
dark-
expanded
dark
for
up there.
pedestrians.
Because I always thought from a body of water of a stream, it was 75 feet away.
Right.
It would be. a
But I don't know if
long
because it says town sewer there, it may,
No, I don't think that's. the
usually it's
town sewer.
75 feet.
It's the classification of the stream,
Okay,
because it just happens that that stream is in my backyard too.
okay.
And I talked to the DEP about that 10 years ago, and they said it was 25 feet.
Mhm.
And I don't know why. I think it's the size of the stream or something.
Yeah,
It's only, it goes, it's this big at high water, it's this big at low water.
okay.
But it's an actual stream bed. It's a regular,
Yeah.
normal stream
Yeah,
bed.
yeah.
It's pretty deep down where the pathway goes.
Oh, it's really deep, really deep. And that's why they built it all up and they put the culvert under there. They were having erosion issues.
Why it makes no sense.
And actually, my understanding is there's a lot of energy being spent in the town office around dealing with stormwater management coming off of Lupin Terrace, which is upstream of all of this. And that's why this is kind of a topic that we should keep probing on, because the town is paying attention to it right now. All right, that's all I got. If anybody has any ideas on ways to create a carrot for Paul Vose, that would be great.
And what's the town's plan if they buy it?
They can't, he doesn't want to sell it.
I know, but if he does sell it,
If he does sell it, then we're done. Then the town owns it and we have a right of way for pedestrian access and we can build a little park there.
oh, okay. But isn't the right of way already there? I could saw it on the map.
Did it go all the way through to Cobb? I think it's only for
Well, it's
sewer.
also got Lupin Lane circled.
Oh, yeah, because,
No, we're not at Lupin Lane.
Oh,
It's not really connected.
it's
And
through to Cobb.
It does.
Yeah, when I was
Well-
looking at that house,
That's correct. I think it does on the GIS map, but I think it's sewer right away. I want to know if it was redefined for pedestrians.
there it is.
Yeah.
no, I was talking about the physical path.
Physical path is there and people use it, but the question is whether we have standing to make sure. Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. People use it. But the
Right,
question
through
is,
there.
no, I know, I walk it all the time. But the question is it's an informal path and what hasn't been formalized at all. This is the old formal versus informal.
Down there once.
Until we get it formalized, somebody can take it away.
Eminent domain.
Well,
It's been
Yeah.
a path for 100 years.
well, that's why I want to talk to Bill Kelly.
You walk all
Um,
the way through quite easily, right?
what's that?
You walk through quite readily. Is that?
It's mowed.
Yeah.
It's mowed. It's cared for by Marty and Denise. They take care of it. They have little solar lights along it. They're super sweet.
So,
Totally supportive. The next one is the John Street connector. I have no news. Still unresponsive. I am still sending them postcards.
Has anyone noticed any activity there at all? I know there was
People walk
markings.
all the time.
Yeah.
They walk all the time. Oh,
Oh.
in terms of, I'm just talking about the informal connector that goes,
Oh, the informal, okay, not the whole John Street
the
project.
John Street project has been delayed a year,
Okay,
2027 now. It was going to be 26, but it's been pushed off a year. I meant to mention that, sorry. It's 27 now,
You know,
which is good and bad. It's good because it gives us more time to talk to this person. The person is the father of the woman who owns the pet place. Do you know who that is, Gary?
I don't know who that is, no.
The pet place behind
It's a pet grooming place.
pet grooming.
Yeah.
salty dog.
Salty Dog, that's
Yeah.
it. She's super nice.
Yeah.
Really, really nice.
I have something related that I'd like to bring up, but it might be something we want to discuss another time. I don't know. It's somewhat related to the John Street pathway. I was wondering whether the Pathways Committee would like to advocate to the town, and particularly to the planning board, that when a developer comes along and wants to put in an aged person home, that it must also include planning for a sidewalk to town.
Well, that's the complete streets thing.
Is that specifically in
It doesn't
Complete
talk about
Streets?
age street. It talks about consideration for, well, actually, it's not,
I didn't think that was specifically mentioned.
yeah.
But, you know, when you think about the short-sightedness of the aged person's home on John Street near the Methodist Church,
Yeah.
and that the people there typically don't have cars and have to find their way to town on their own somehow, well, that's why we lost somebody's life.
Well, I think that if we can get the complete streets policy, let's talk about it just a
In
couple lines
conjunction with
down.
Complete
Yeah,
Streets.
it's better for that than it is with John Street. John Street was just an example. I don't know. The next one is the high school connector. Anybody want to go out there and whack some bushes in the fall?
So I missed since I missed 2 meetings. What's the update on that after your walk?
After our walk?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It was, that the 2 key properties are the golf course and Mary Spring. The golf course has we think, a tax breaks because they allow pedestrian access to the golf course in the wintertime. If we could expand that to summer, using a similar model, then that would sort of take care of the golf course, which would be great. So somehow we have to speak with both of those groups, the golf course and Mary Spring. Besides that, do we want to sort of rough in where we can
Where would you do
a
that?
single track? Well, we could start at the high school, at the power line behind the high school.
My next question was going to be, what about on the Rockport end? What did it look like over there? I've never been over to that.
Oh, you didn't go over on the second one. It was really good. Yeah. It was just yeah. I'll fill you in on it later, Tom. Yeah, yeah. Jane, stick around. I have another question for you, unrelated.
You have a question for me?
Yeah, yeah, unrelated to
Is that
this.
something to do with the musical? That's what I've been working on all day.
Yeah,
Oh.
it does. It does. It does.
What's the date for the musical?
Oh, 7th, 8th, and 9th, 13th, 14th.
Of November?
Is that the Chicago? A different one? Is that the high school musical? Okay.
I don't know how
got
many
your
of these are
ad.
gonna
So
make
did
it.
you kind of find out there's
No,
already
yeah,
after
here we
the
go.
golf course that
Because
people
Sam
want
Is
doesn't
there-
have, they don't have
There is
practice
not.
today, I guess tomorrow they're having.
that route
Yeah, they're
More
having some kind
practice.
of deal
that goes
tomorrow.
down through. that they
For the
drive-
golfers.
Here, you can't eat all of those
Oh,
until
no,
you
I can't.
offer
I
one
can't.
to her. so.
Here.
Really.
They haven't paid
Oh, nice.
the golf club.
Corporation, LLC, private owner.
No, I won't.
Yep, that's coming,
I do not know.
when is it again, the
What's
dates?
his name? Who was there
November-
from the Rockport Select Board? No.
7th, 8th, and 9th.
Okay,
First
He
weekend
might
in
know.
the
He
second.
probably knows.
Yep.
He knew about
right
it.
after, right after.
Yeah, he did.
Halloween and-
Maybe.
Yeah.
So just use that. Help them with improvements. upgrades.
Maybe. It's a tough one. I don't know. Maybe I should do it. Lily Pond.
Oh, I volunteer to whack bushes if you are.
What?
I volunteer to help whack bushes in the right of way.
Oh,
Anybody else?
the ticks will be really bad.
Oh, yeah.
Open field.
Keep me on your list. If I'm around, I'm happy to help.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Rockport is really hot on Lily Pond right now.
What's that?
They like the idea of,
Could you define whether that's the Pathways Committee or the Rockport
Sorry.
Town?
sorry, the Rockport folks on the Pathways Committee are very interested in connecting Lime Rock in Rockport, which is the sort of the extension of the road behind the library at
Familiar with that,
yeah,
yeah. What goes around comes around.
yeah.
Bad penny.
I bet you are.
No, it's a shiny penny.
Yeah.
Not touching that one with a 10-foot pole.
They're in discussions with Aldermere also to, instead of running along the old railway bed, they could drop it down along the lake, which is a possibility because it's prettier.
You said there are in discussions with them?
Yes. And I'm hoping they'll speak to one of the people. There's a person who owns a number of properties along Lime Rock. And if we can get that person on board, that would be a huge deal. Because then there's only a couple of other property owners before it gets to the Y. And then the transfer station. And then it's back to how do you exit at Greenfields? Which is still a little bit of a mess, but I was in talking to Jeremy, encouraging him to think of a strategy somehow. And I don't know if anything's going to work on that. I think we've talked about Greenfields enough.
The builder is clearly selling off the lots there. The one across the street from me just sold.
Yeah, and the other way, which was sort of a back way, that lot sold a couple years ago, which was another way we could have possibly exited. But the obvious way is to exit through the catch basin. Catch basin? That's not right. What is it called?
Retention pond?
Detention pond. Thank you, Richard. Catch basin is something else.
That sounds better than.
It does. It's a retention pond, though. It's like a little dam. It's a pond with a dam that the town built to catch water. No, the town didn't build, the developer did. And the homeowners association managed until it didn't. And the homeowners association disappeared,
Well, it never really
existed.
existed legally. And that's why I'm saying once he sells the last lot, then why is he going to want to go and mowing the grass. I mean, he spends a lot of time mowing the grass.
Down there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but that's not the problem. The problem is that the retention pond doesn't meet DEP standards. So for the town to receive the retention pond and then take it over, it needs to be to DEP standards, which will cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, which the developer will not
Right.
want to do. And the town doesn't want to accept it and take the ownership of that in that conditions. So it's at an impasse.
Be the retention pond.
That's the problem.
But isn't the
Yeah, well, that's-
property, the builder, property owner
I don't think it's-
responsible for it?
Not this.
Yeah. Yeah, but that would be, somebody like the DEP would have to come in and go, ooh, what's going on here? Yeah,
I wonder how that could happen.
yeah. Yeah, and I don't know if that would do anything, even so. I don't know. And then, yeah, and then I don't know if any of you have been tracking, this is related both to Cobb Road and to Greenfields, is that the Conservation Commission is considering inventorying all the streams, waterways in Camden. And that could somehow drive it right back to that retention pond, paying attention to it. I don't know. It's a mess. I wish we had a way out of it, but I'm trying to share it with you guys in case you have an idea. I don't know. I can't, there's a kind of an idea is there is there some way we could do a right of way through that retention pond area for the public? And then we just don't worry about it. Just, let them muck it out.
I don't understand how you could do that if you
I
can't
don't
talk to
know.
an owner.
Is that town property, the detention pond?
The retention pond is owned by the homeowners association, which doesn't exist anymore. So it's probably owned by the developer.
Yeah, if he hasn't, that was why it didn't get transferred, because he had to initiate the transfer. And he just never did it.
Well, the-
I think he was willing to do it, but nobody asked him. "Please
Right, it was just a
transfer it."
total,
So legally, I think he owns it.
Well, the
He does.
developer still owns it.
it's the
then.
same issue. It's the
He's
same
still
like-
selling land.
Just like Paul Bose, so the town voted to take acceptance, but nothing happened.
So why can't we ask our planning office to get in touch with them and try to make that happen?
Make what happen?
The transfer of ownership or purchase.
Because the town won't take it until it's DEP conforming.
Was the town going to buy it or
No.
just take it?
Just take it. And it's hundreds of thousands of dollars to remove all the trees and rebuild the dam, which is the condition it would have to be in. It would have to look like an empty pond. It's full of trees.
On the map, it doesn't look like much of a pond.
Yeah, but it's like a half dam, something. And
Yeah,
that's,
There is a pile of dirt there.
there is a pile of dirt,
There was a dam.
and there was a culvert through the bottom of it until it collapsed. And then, and I used to run across it, running behind, yeah, it was a great trail. Great trail.
Is it all grown, is that where it's all grown up with?
Well, it's all grown up. Yeah, yeah. It's all grown in and the trail hooks into the back of the transfer station.
Yeah.
You can even follow,
Yeah,
there's a trail back there.
But, the way I came out was more or less staying pretty close to the river.
Oh, so you came out closer to the gas guys?
Yeah, just because it was the only way I could get through because it was so.
You have to step over everything. Yeah, because all the trees.
I'm just thinking, if you could figure out where a pathway would go, I don't see why you couldn't, if he was willing to do it, why you couldn't put a right of way across it, You don't have to deal with this whole issue. The right of way doesn't mean the town has to buy the thing. I mean, it would be nice if the town bought it, but if it's gonna cost that kind of money,
Yeah,
It's not buildable, right?
no.
no, it's.
It was part of in order for him to build the subdivision, he had to have that. It's the same thing that they went through with, it's not Melvin Heights, it's, what's below Melvin Heights? It's across from Shirt Tail. There's a catch basin there too. It's called, what's that development called? Below Melvin
Oh,
Heights.
you mean up on the hill there?
Yeah.
Pleasant Ridge?
Pleasant Ridge, that's it. Exact same deal. And the town took ownership and it was really bad. Cost town a lot of money. Yeah, and that one was in much better condition, the condition of that retention pond. So, Tom, do you want to walk over there with me?
Sure.
And see if we can pick out a best route to exit on and then approach that guy, what's his name? Katya. Katya's, is that it? Katya's?
Something like that.
It is. It's like that, but that's not right.
Yeah, it's not.
Who is that?
The developer. Yeah.
You're going to approach the developer about,
No, first we're just going to figure out, hey, what do you think about this? And then, but he would do, in order to get it, we don't have to go through the town. We just have it and change the deed and say, draw a line through your property right here to say it's to that property on the deed. That's the easy way to do that.
I don't know exactly what you're suggesting, so I don't know what to write down.
You don't have to write anything down. Just say, Tom and Jeff are going to go look at possible routes.
That's the detention pond
Yes, that's exactly right.
right next to Linden.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, okay, we can go right there. Maybe.
Oh.
That's right below his property. It's even his property where he parks his boats and stuff.
Hmm.
All right, Lindsay, Route 52. Talk to us.
So I think, Jeff, you covered some of this in an earlier meeting, but I had connected with Jeremy Martin about the traffic calming study work that they're doing. So you were correct. There is a group that's already submitted something for Mountain Street. As we would expect, because it's a state road, things are a little bit harder. But basically what they're doing for all of these traffic calming studies is more or less doing a speed study to start off with. And then it's going from there. One thing Jeremy did say is just putting, as we know, putting those speed flashing signs have really been getting people to slow down. So that's great. I think they invested in 5 of them. That's
Something like that. I think they have 2 now, but they've got more in their budget.
so anyway, so they're doing these traffic calming studies, which are awesome. My concerns I told him were with respect to 52. So even further down from Mountain. So I think we could treat this as something separate. And they're open to the idea, but they would like us to put something together. I said that I would be happy to go to the MDOT, but they said it's better to have everything go through them. And then they would present a plan to MDOT. So I had some suggestions, and I think the piece that I'm focusing on is given all of the recreational activities, I think that should be a real driver for some of these changes. I mean, I deal with a lot of these things because I live there, but for any of the income that's generated for tourism, I think that's a way to sell this. But I know we had talked before about, I think there was another, if there was a grant that someone was offering, looking into temporary solutions. So some of these ideas could be temporary if those are easier to
Yeah.
get through.
That's true.
Um,
That's true. In January, we'll know about whether we got that money.
So I think there could be a bike path directly from town down 52 to Barrett's Cove. I think it could, if we just painted something like, if there's something that's very clearly designated that it's a biking lane. I know there's a lot of people that bike that route and it just creates more awareness for people on the road. So having some sort of painted bike path, and then eventually I'd love to see it continue all the way out past the lake. There's not any shoulder when you get to the lake. So having more signage, I think, could really help. But I think if they use the flashing signs there, even in the summer, I think that can make a big difference. I think some of the key intersections that are a problem are the intersection at Molyneux, and then at Beaucaire. And so you have everyone who's going to the Maiden's Crofts and then people that are going to the boat launch. I think if you could get traffic to slow down there, where you have everyone coming in and out, it would maybe help to get people to slow down on the stretch past that. So I don't know if they would be open to doing temporary speed bumps if they're not going to put in a stop sign. Because if you did a temporary speed bump, at least in the summer, you couldn't say that the reason for not doing it was because a snowplow, because it could be removed. I think just more signage overall, and eventually I'd love to see a lower speed limit, but I think would be the hardest one to accomplish. But again, I'm trying to package this together in ideas that are temporary, which maybe would be a little more amenable to the state.
Yeah.
Are you talking about 52 from town all the way to the boat launch?
Well, so they're already working. There's another a part of this traffic calming study. They're already looking at Mountain Street. So I think this is probably from past where the carriage trail is, and then out past the boat ramp. I'd like to see them do something all the way down the lake. I'm not sure where the town line is, but
Town line is about a mile and a quarter, about a mile and, not even that much, about 3/4 of a mile past Beaucaire.
gotcha.
Pretty good.
So I'd like to see that whole stretch. I mean, it doesn't sound like it matters where the town line ends anyway, since it's a state road. But just, all of the biking that I've done there, it's a really bad and dangerous stretch.
There's pretty good shoulders all the way to the boat ramp, but then except for across from the cemetery.
And then it stops. The
Yeah, then
problem
it
is
just
that people are going so fast. Like I've been in the shoulder and I've had to dive like into the bushes because
Oh.
people are going so fast that they end up in the shoulder. There's just no awareness. It's such a long stretch of road without a single stop sign that it's turned into a freeway.
There's a reason they call it Turnpike Hill, right?
Well, that's,
Yeah.
No, not really.
that's different.
Turnpike was for the section from the boat ramp to Lincolnville. That was
Yeah.
built.
There's also significant issues with the shoulder in the town area, within the town. Especially when you're closer down to Route 1, it's the shoulder that's there is completely broken up and impassable.
Crossing the cemetery is terrible.
No, I'm talking about.
No, she's talking
down.
further
Actually,
down.
most of the way from the cemetery, but as you get closer to downtown, it gets more and more and more broken up. The road is in some seriously bad condition down
Mhm.
there, but apparently it's not on the
Yeah.
strip, so I don't know.
Yeah.
The worst part is across from the cemetery where it first meet the cemetery as you're going out of town.
Yeah.
The shoulder disappears. There's a hole about 3 feet
Yeah.
deep
That's
there.
that's the worst one.
Really bad.
Lindsay, can I send something back to you? Can you, since you talked to Jeremy about this, can you ask him for a copy of that sort of petition thing, whatever was done?
The memo
In
about the traffic.
in my mind, yeah, the traffic study.
I have it already.
Does it, okay, great. Does it say, Yeah.
I can share my screen if that's.
No, you know, what I want to know, if you know it already, in my mind, there are like 3 segments. There's Route 1 on Mountain, going from Route 1 up to about like, not Cross, but maybe Trim, something like that. And then there's Trim to Gould, or maybe Trim to the Carriage Trail. And then there's the Carriage Trail out of town. So sort of 3 or 4 segments there, because
Okay.
each of them are different.
Yeah.
And they have different problems. And to sort of throw it all together, I think.
No, I don't think they're throwing it together. That's why the Mountain Street part is like, that's very separate. So I'm not talking about anything there, and I think.
And do you know where do you know where it starts and
don't-
ends?
It just says Mountain Street, Route 52, zoning traditional village. So
That goes all the way almost out of town.
I can ask him where it ends, so we know what part we're focusing on.
Yeah, I'm almost thinking like divide and conquer, where you get the neighborhood folks to focus on those issues in town, and then maybe we focus on the parts further out of town or something, or we complement each other where we can, and then carry the torch forward on the other part.
I think that's great. Yeah, I'll find out, but I think that's a great way of attacking this.
Again, they're different issues in different segments, but it's a street or a route that has different problems. Yeah. I don't, we tried to get a crosswalk across Route 90, which is probably a similar rating as Route 52. Do you think, Jane, Route 90 may be a higher rating?
I think it's a higher level priority.
52
because
is-
it's an evacuation route.
Yeah, than
Route 1 is the
52.
Evacuation route on this side of,
Yeah.
the other side of town.
52
but
is
still,
50 miles an hour, though, 50 miles an hour.
No, it's
speed limit.
40. It's 40 along the lake. Just
No, yeah, I know.
before, as you descend down the hill there's a 40-mile-an-hour sign because of all the roads coming in and because of the landing. But nobody pays attention to it. They're all cruising.
People are going faster than,
They do. They go 45, 50 easy.
yeah. And then the problem is then it's 50 and then you head into town and people are already going so fast that no one is slowing down until,
They don't
maybe
slow-
by the
Yeah,
time they
and
get to the
it's-
cemetery.
The 40-mile-an-hour sign starts right near the carriage trail, or even outside of that a little bit.
That means if it's 40, people are going 50.
I know.
It's-
Well,
it's
I
still too
know.
fast.
I'm just saying that they're signing it, and maybe those blinking miles per hour signs reinforcing the 40 would be a good first step.
So, Lindsay, are you suggesting that from town out to the boat ramp, that they do more signage and paint stripes, paint on the road?
Yeah.
bike
It'd be
path?
great if there was a if the shoulder is wide enough and they could fix that ditch, it'd be great if there was like a green painted bike path.
Yeah.
On both sides. I think just if you could encourage, particularly for, visitors staying in town, it's great. Hop on a bike and bike down to the lake. And just anything to create more awareness about bikers on the road.
The only place I've ever seen those green lanes are in cities. I don't know why. Does anybody know why we only see those in towns?
Money.
It could be the money to paint it.
So I use one when I'm down in Boston. I'm on a bike path
Yeah.
almost every day, and it makes a huge difference.
No,
Again, but you have to have the space. I think having the sharrows helps, but
the
if
Sharrows,
they're
they won't, I don't think they'll put the Sharrows on that road. And I know that it needs to be at least 4 or 5 feet for the bike symbol in the shoulder. But the shoulder has to be 4 or 5 feet wide. But I think there's some other stuff going on that we'd have to deal with MBOT about that too. It's what we ran into when we tried to get the bike symbol on the Route 1 North traffic lane that they're building, and they didn't want to do it there either. Something
So
about,
I was just thinking, you were saying to keep this separate, but there might be some advantage to, I mean, that's why if
Doing
this
it
all
together,
goes,
yeah.
if this goes through Jeremy, they can align, but if you're considering the speed limit in one section, you need to consider what the speed limit is in the,
yeah, and if a bike
Exactly.
lane could go the whole way, then it should go the whole way instead of dividing it up. I hear that too. That would make more sense. So maybe a plan for the whole thing that is dovetails.
Pretty wide shoulder all the way out to the boat ramp.
Yeah, it is, except at the cemetery, as you pointed out. I feel, personally, I feel very safe riding that route, except where the cemetery is and except beyond the boat ramp.
That's a gamble.
Yeah, until you
Yeah.
get, and the reason is that it's ledge, and then the lake drops off. It's all fill there. They filled that to create a road.
Takes like
if the cars were going slower, it would make a big difference.
Yeah.
It took 8 years to build that road or something,
Did it?
the turnpike.
Yeah, because they had to, that's all fill. I mean, when you swim along there, it's all rocks, big boulders, and it's straight down.
Blasted out of the.
It's blasted out
other
of,
side road.
yeah. So it's a huge thing. It's not insignificant. Anita and I were brainstorming. We said if we were in Switzerland, they would have built a cantilevered bike path over the lake. And I don't know where they would have gotten the money, but that's what they would have done. It probably would be covered.
This was built, the turnpike was built privately. That's why it's called the turnpike. 'Cause you had to pay
Because they had
go-
to pay. That's right.
Pay to go on it from, otherwise they used to go over the mountain.
So
Come out the, state
Lindsay,
farm.
can you take like a drawing or work from Google Maps or something, and for each section, talk about the recommendation. So like through Spring Street, the road, the shoulder, even when they redid the road, they didn't redo the shoulder. The shoulder is terrible, especially going down when you're going at speed. It's just really rough. So that needs to be considered when they're repaving. And then from Spring out, we talk about the cemetery and the drainage issue. And then on the whole thing, talk about a bike lane. Somehow designated bike lane. That's what I've heard. Did I miss something? Oh, and then if we have a limited number of those blinking speed signs, there's a name for those. What are they called?
Blinking street speed signs.
Yeah, that's not what they're called. Where would we put a couple? It would be,
Before you hit, like when you get to the boat launch,
well, it'd be
like,
before.
or sorry, before you get to the Maiden's Cliff, like people fly down that hill. And so getting in and out of that parking lot is really tricky. And then also if you're on Beaucaire, trying to turn out of there is sometimes impossible and going back and forth.
Very hard.
I've had a few close
So
calls.
you'd have one coming into Camden near the town line, which is very near where it gets really narrow. And then going the other way, it would be in replacing the existing speed limit sign where it drops from 50 to 40 right at Maiden's Cliff. And that would sort of take care along the lake. I don't know whether we do another set. Actually, coming out is not as important as going in. Another set right at the carriage trail coming into town, just one more.
Is there actually a good pedestrian caution sign at that point at the Maiden Cliff parking lot area.
Oh, so Anita, that's a great point. There needs to be a way to cross from Barrett's Cove to Maiden's Cliff.
That could be a crosswalk.
No, DOT
No?
won't put a crosswalk there.
Well, at
They-
least
they
is
will
there
not do that.
actually a sign warning
Pedestrians?
drivers about
Wait,
pedestrians?
why,
there?
why won't they put a crosswalk?
They won't put a crosswalk where there's nothing there. There's no infrastructure to go from or to.
They have to, there has to be a pathway.
Trails, but you could say, I mean, they do have those hiking.
Those
signs.
hiking trail signs, you could have a picture of people.
That would
But is there one there?
I think
don't
it
know.
says something about bikers
Or
when you
pedestrians?
pass Maiden's
Just
Cliff
share
parking
the
lot.
road Signs on the road, but I don't think there's anything about bikers or pedestrians. which we-
Yeah, I think that'd be a great idea. Say pedestrians crossing.
Yeah.
Yeah, or hikers crossing. That way you're not saying pedestrians.
And we could do one at,
The boat landing or at the jumping rocks?
the, no, at the, the state park trailhead.
Oh, at the Care Trail.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Hikers crossing.
Yeah.
That'd be a second one. You register, Lindsay?
Yeah, no, I'm thinking, sorry, I'm stuck on this no crosswalk thing. So if the issue is that there's no infrastructure, maybe that's part of it too, is that there should be infrastructure to get people to go from hiking to go for a swim in the lake afterwards.
Well, when they say infrastructure, it means a landing and sidewalk.
So we need if there's a bike path, maybe
Yeah.
that counts.
No.
Because if
it
they agree to
doesn't.
the bike path, the bikes need to cross over.
No, the bikes act like cars. Yeah. I really
Anyway,
like the
I'll
hiker.
put
What
something
we-
together using a map. and we can go from
Gosh, if we could see how the AMC does it when they're doing, the AMC crosses the highways, because the
It's
AT,
just a sign.
I think the AT just says hikers crossing or hikers crossing.
Trying to think where it crosses near Gorham.
Yeah, there's a sign there and it has the AT symbol.
Yeah, there's one on Route
But I don't know if that's efficient enough to get people to actually slow down.
I don't know, but it's something.
Not a real big deal because I know that I went up and down that road many times and always wondered, where does the AT cross here? And in fact, I had driven right by these signs that say hikers crossing, so
Yeah.
it's not a huge.
What about doing a bridge? But that's all a lot of money, but to over the road. And you could, you see it a lot on what the main turnpike has done. They have those crossings, you can walk all the way, I think from like York, Maine, all the way through, and you look, and there's these bridges above the roadway. There's a
Oh,
safe
yeah.
passageway.
That's true,
but
that's what they have on the AT.
Eastern Trail.
They do have actual
Yeah,
pedestrian.
that's a lot of money though.
Some.
Huge amount of money, yes.
Some.
Stop sign would be a lot more affordable.
Yeah, I don't think
It
you
would
can
be
get a stop
cool if
sign.
you could
Yeah,
Safely, but not worried.
it might
traffic
take 20
does go
years, but
fast.
I'm gonna work on it.
Where it crosses the Mass Pike, there's a pedestrian bridge. But
Yeah.
New Hampshire.
Well-
Name the
Gorham,
bridge
it's
after
a
someone.
different story.
Right.
Hmm.
Right.
We just need a big donor.
So,
So before we move off of Route 52, someone in this room has worked on some Burma shave signs.
I don't know who understands what a Burma shave sign is, but
Who does? Well,
no, that's old time.
this is a pretty old, Richard knows what a Burma shave sign is.
I-
No, actually, maybe you don't have them in the
I
east.
know it when I see it, but
Yeah, if you've traveled out west.
It's out west.
Some
They
down
call
there
them
with 3
either
copies.
post-shave signs now,
So,
post-shave with a
No,
car.
they don't.
they're all the same.
They do not.
The ones on mechanic,
Oh,
Anita's close shave sign.
Oh, yeah,
The
those.
close shave
That one.
bicycle versus a car, you get it?
So I had a brain dump this afternoon, and this really is to give you an idea of what kinds of things we're talking about. Each sort of paragraph-looking thing is, each line would be a sign, and there'd be 4 of them in a row or 5 of them in a row, one after the other, like on Mechanic Street. So I'll just read a couple of them to give
We'll
an
send this,
idea
we'll
of
send these to you later tonight, Lindsay.
what,
Okay.
what Jeff means by a Burma Shave sign. Your signs may say something like, "In a rush, you'll get there soon. Please share with bikes. There's so little room."
That's good.
There has to be a little rhyme in there and it has to be really
Ah.
short.
Yeah.
I like
I
it.
like that, Anita.
Rushing cars, so little space. Please share with bikes. It's not a race.
I like that one too.
Heading home?
We're gonna get
Why
so
rush
much-
so much? Make space for bikers, folks, kids, and such. So that's the idea, and I've got a bunch of them here. So
I like them.
Um,
I like those. Yeah, the
yeah.
second one I like more.
we can send those around and see if
And vote.
anybody likes them. Vote on them,
Yeah.
or make up more. Don't just.
Got one.
Yeah.
I think the
Good.
Maine DOT
Like
does
hell, you'll
that
get
during
there.
holidays.
They do.
Yeah.
They do with the
Something-
little,
they have
the
a
little
little-
flashing
Yeah.
signs.
Oh, they got the thing they're using on by the Hannaford there to promote the chairlift at the Snowball. I don't know if the town owns that or,
That's gotta be a town thing.
See that one?
It is.
but it's
but
kind of putting
Try
that
like
just
how
so,
you'll get there.
I think we'll just
slow.
do it with our little things,
We don't want to
with our
encourage
little
them to
printed
get
boards.
there.
yeah, right there. Yeah.
We may print up a couple, but we could put them down by the lake and put them on Route 52 further into town too. That's something we could do. We can do.
And it's probably like all of Camden, there's probably 2 months. The traffic is so heavy, so going so fast that it almost is nonstop in most parts of the roads in Camden. It slows down even now. There's cars coming, but it doesn't slow
Not on
down
my
there.
street, no.
Well, I think,
Talking
is
about
that,
when?
is that construction messing it up?
No, it's 105.
105?
I call it I-105.
I
As
want-
in merging onto I-105.
Well, there's I-105, there's I-52, and then there's the one up in Melvin Heights. I don't know what that's called.
The downhill into town.
Fork.
East Fork, East Fork.
That's the
Yeah.
Google Road. Everybody goes that.
Yeah.
way.
Everybody goes East
Naming a
Fork.
turnpike wasn't the best idea. Right on the lower end.
Who filmed it stuff?
Oh, really?
Not the same way anymore.
It's changed.
So, I like these. I think to narrow them down, Anita, that you number them 1 to 10 or however many there are. And maybe add, you had a couple too, also, Lindsay, we could add yours too. And then you get to vote for 3 that you like or something like that. Everybody votes for 3 and send in your votes and we'll tally them up. And then I'll talk to Audra to see if we can get a couple $100 to print some of these up on the plastic boards.
So these would be successive. They're not all.
It'd be like 4, no, it'd be 4 signs or 5
Not to
signs.
Stop to read some like the longer ones or run over.
No,
While you're reading them.
the way the Burma Shaves were, they were spaced out so far that you kept going, where's the next one? Where's the next one? And you don't want to miss it. And I think the tourists would love it. And I'm amazed. I thought the signs that Anita put up like 4 or 5 years ago would last 1 year.
And they're still there.
And they're
It's
still
incredible.
there.
Alive and well, yes.
Huh?
Where is it?
Mechanic Street.
On Mechanic Street, the white signs, you see them?
Little
It
bike
explains what a shower is because it's the first time we've painted
It was.
showers on the
I saw
road.
them because I used to walk by them. I don't-
Yeah,
Not
so we
saying
didn't
anything.
have showers before and we wanted to explain to people what a shower is.
Yeah. So let's do that. All right, does anybody else have anything on 52? I think I'll just say this, the complete streets, I have written a number of times to put it on the select board agenda for them to talk about or whatever they want to do. They're supposed to embrace it or adopt the policy, and I don't know why they're not. But I'll keep on that. That's that.
One thing on that is the Molyneux Road sewer. Dave said they were going to put in a shoulder and
Said he was gonna try.
but they already started to repave it and it's no wider than the old road.
Yeah, he
So-
said he would try.
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah,
it was
he
in the
didn't, it
plan.
wasn't a done, no,
Oh, okay.
no.
That's too bad. It's a lost opportunity. I
Yeah,
thought
but
he was
said-
gonna put in pathways when he's doing sewer and water under the road.
Maybe it's a little wider. They've only been on one side. But
Yeah, I did see that they did a lot of work on the in-town side of the
yeah,
road.
that's where it's all going.
It's going wider. That's where the sewer is. And I wonder if he's gonna pave that wider.
Well, they've already put the first coat down.
Oh, they did? Oh, last week it
Couple
wasn't
days ago.
there. Yeah, it must be pretty new.
It's very new. Can we go back one thing on 52? How would we get turnpike along the lake widened? That's a state road, right?
Oh, my God. I
So
don't
many
wanna-
people ride out there. It's part of the USBRS, United States Bicycle Route System.
It is.
And you see so many people out there. Anyway, I don't want to.
It's also part of the Greenway. It's all that. They go out Youngtown
For
Road.
the next agenda.
Where are we talking about?
The,
52 from the boat ramp to Lincolnville. It just,
Oh, no, that's part of what I want to focus on
That's
as
it.
well.
Yeah.
I-
Andrew's saying, what do we need to do to make it wider?
yeah, make it wider. It's a huge.
And it needs a ton of work, but I can add that to the list.
I don't
Oh,
know.
and Andrew, I met your brother, by the way.
That's like,
before
that's
I
like
forget.
$100 million. It's just so much money. Huh?
But it should be done.
Yeah.
Oh, we need more wrecks, crashes along that
I
route.
think that's a Vicky Dudera thing. Is what it is.
Try to see us look at why there's not a shoulder going out 105 on the other side of the road.
Okay.
Oh, there's that too. The 105 is much more treacherous.
Because
It
of all the
is, most
turns,
important.
yeah, there's short
It's
lines of
awful.
sight.
And it's crumbling on the edges too.
105 is. a mess.
105 is awful.
Oh, gosh.
Blew a wheel out last winter.
And there's plenty of space.
Yeah.
There's no space issue there.
Caught every wheel. Because it's like a
Just needs a little
8-inch,
bit of money
16-inch
thrown
drop.
at it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, off the pavement.
A lot of money.
I know. It isn't that hard to do it.
Okay.
The paving
When
and
they're paving.
grading.
Complete streets.
But
No, that's it. All right, so I know what I'm gonna do. I think what I'll do is, I'm gonna talk to Dakota about 52 and 105. And we'll see if we can't get something on the 20-year plan. That's,
One of the problems with the DOT on a state road is that they have these, which I know you're well aware of. They have these, standards for the size of shoulders. And they don't need to put a 6-foot wide shoulder on
No.
both sides of 105. They just need a small shoulder. And if we could get something like that approved and then get into some sort of long-range planning.
right, and I think Dakota would be able to, and maybe BCM could advocate for
Yeah.
getting that changed a little
2-foot
bit.
shoulders.
And I think it should be contextual. 105 and 52 are very popular because it's a 12-mile loop
Yeah,
and it's just right.
it's crazy to ride. I'd never ride 105.
Yeah,
A friend of mine was hit
Yeah.
on 105 on his bicycle.
Which makes it more important that they make Mullineaux wider, because you can, instead of doing that end of the big loop you'd like to do, you can cut across Mullineaux and go up onto Melvin Heights and that way, and you can avoid both of those.
that's true.
Real bad
I'll push back on you a little bit, Tom, and is Mullineaux is just not, the speed doesn't happen on Mullineaux and neither does the traffic.
It's pretty slow.
I always feel safe on Mullineaux,
Yeah.
on all parts of it.
True.
It's not the same as 105 and 52,
Just a couple of spots as you get towards the snowball or
where it's blind
climbs and
uphill.
blind corners.
Yeah.
and No sight lines.
Yeah,
It's
but you
tricky.
just, yeah. But generally, it's not as big of a issue. And that's why we ride that route, because there's fewer cars.
What route did you say 52 is part of what?
From
It's a loop around the lake.
from the boat
I thought it
landing
was,
to
Yeah.
Youngtown Road.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's Youngtown. It's all over Youngtown.
And that's part of the United States, USBRS, United States
States.
Bicycle Route System.
It's the East Coast Greenway, more
plus the
importantly.
East Coast Greenway.
East Coast Greenway gives us more leverage than
And
USB.
the reason that is because you can't ride from Camden up Route 1 out of Camden North because there's no shoulder.
Yeah,
Maybe soon.
no, yeah,
They're working on it.
I know, but it doesn't go through Lincolnville, so they're not going to change it.
Any wider either.
Been down this road. All right. And we know why it doesn't go through to Lincolnville too, don't we? Yes, we do. Okay. Welcome back, Jay. You can come back in 10 years. It'll be right back.
2018.
All right. No, that goes back even further. All right. Thank you, everybody. I'll be in touch. Watch for those Burma Shave things, okay?
All right. Vote.
Yeah,
Should
and
we just
vote.
number them 1 through 10?
No, Anita's going to email them around. It'll be easier. And then you skip.
Please add to them or edit them or, this was a brain dump just over an hour.
Yeah,
or
if you want to
something.
take them, you can have a couple days to edit them before Anita sends them around. How about that? Well, no, because it can go on forever. I need to give a deadline. All righty. 7:30.
Very
So
good.
should I
You're
ask
ending
Dave
on
about
time.
the-
Thank you.
Rolling
What's
over?
that,
Bye,
Richard?
everyone.
You're ending
Yeah,
on time.
I am desperately trying.
Should we be talking to Dave about?
Jane, I'll email you a copy.
He was so intent
He's
on
he's
putting
got
the
one